Hey there, I am Onode Umukoro by name, and I'm also a computer science graduate. In today's course, in today's tutorials as well, I will be teaching you 10 Git commands that you'll be using in your day-to-day activities. And I will also be teaching you how to push your existing working project into GitHub for later retrieval and later collaboration. So let's dive in and learn about GitHub and Git. Okay, the first thing we need to do here, take note here, I'm using Windows for these tutorials. So first we need to go and install Git on our machine. Git. Then we'll go to this first one and click on Git to install Git on our machine so that we can be able to use it. It's free and open source. You can download it. You can go to the download windows and you can download whichever operating system you are using. I'm using Windows, and I'm using Windows here. So I already have a Git installed on this machine. So you can just go ahead and click on whichever operating system you are using. If you are using Mac, you click on Mac. If you are using Windows, if you are using Linux, you go ahead and install it. And once you are done installing Git, you go and search for, here I'm using Windows, I search for command line, my command line interface, and I'll open command prompt. Open my command prompt so that I can check the installation and see the version of it. Okay, here you see I'm in my root directory. I will just run git version to see if I have Git installed. You can see I have Git installed, Git version 2.4. You can see, so I'm set to start working with Git. If you on your machine, when you run Git after downloading, you see Git version. After running Git version, then you see Git version and the version number, then you are set to go. So I can close this window and just go into my Git. Here I have a simple project, a simple web server with running on Node.js. This is Node.js and Express for those who knows it. For those who know this and those who don't know this is a web service, a Node.js Express line. So today, this just a code that gets. Let me walk you through this code. This is just a code that accepts a request from the front end, from the front end to the server. Then if you perform a get request, then it will log greeting, which is learning Git and GitHub. Then it will send a response, which is learning Git and GitHub. Then this will run on our local machine, and port 8080 is listening for port 8080. Okay, so now you can see the first thing we want to do whenever we are starting a new project, a new GitHub project. The first thing we need to do is to check whether we are inside a Git repository. So in order to do it, we say git status. This is one of the commands I will be showing you today in today's course. So if I run it, you see we are not inside a git repo, so not a git repository. So we are good, we are set to go. Can clear this. So if I run, so first of all I want to install git. We already have git in our machine, take note. Now I'm going to install git on this our local folder. This is our local folder. So in order to do it, I'll run git init, which stands for git initialization. So if I run it, you see initialize empty git repository. So it's now, so now git is now listening. Git is now installed inside of this project and is now listening for changes. You can see if we run git status, this git status is to check the status of our project. If there is any changes, that means that git is keeping track of. So run git status to see. You can see what it says. Let me expand this terminal a little. You can see it say on branch master. You will learn this on branch master later on this course. Then it said no commit yet on track files. Use git add files to include in what will be committed, and you can see our existing folder, existing files. You can see nothing added to commit, but on track files present, use git add to track. Okay, just walking you through all this so that you can get the ends of it, how to understand it. Okay, so now another command that we'll be learning, we have already learned about the git init for initialization. We already learned about the git status to check our status of our repository if there's any changes. Then now I will be teaching you git add. This add is used in git add and the name of the file. Then in this case I can say just app.js. We will make sure that the app is named exactly like this. This git add is for staging. Git add is for staging your changes, waiting for commit. So we run git add dot git add, then the name of the file, and click. You can see we've already staged the file. We can go ahead and run git status to see. You can see new file staged app.js. You can go ahead and I will teach you. In some cases you might have a multiple file that you want to commit, you want to stage all together at once, and in that case we have a single command that will help us to achieve that without having to run git add then the file name on every single file. So the one command to do it is git add then dot. This means that we are telling git to stage all our files that have not been staged. Get it? So if we run git add dot, you can see I've already staged all our files. So if we run git status, you will see, as you can see, these our files have been staged. You can see. Okay, so you can see we have staged it, and the next command to learn is after staging. The next command to run after staging Let me clear this. Now we can have an empty terminal to run more commands. So the next command to run is git commit after staging. Then you have to put an hyphen, then m, which stands for message, then a double quotation to specify to give git, to tell git what the message should look like. And in this our case, I will just put first init, or let's say first commit. As the case may be, you can put any message of your choice, and it's advisable to put the changes you made inside of this git. Inside of this file, it's advisable to put in a concrete reason for the changes, so that other people going through your folders, your files on GitHub can understand what changes you made here and how to go through about it for collaboration and easy understanding of code. So let's go ahead. So we see this means that, say git commit, we are committing our staged file, the file that we've already run with git add, then file, or git add dot, then hyphen m, which stands for the message you want to give it, and in this our message we say first commit. Then if I click on it and click on enter, then you can see it's processing it. You'll see it a little bit from now. Say git commit, you can see I've already committed. And if I run git status, you see it's always advisable to do this. You can see on branch master, they say nothing to commit working tree claim. So now we are done with this command, and we'll go ahead and create a GitHub account for this tutorial. So if you don't have Git, I will walk you through how it's done. So let's go ahead and create a GitHub account. Okay, now let's head over to GitHub. So say github.com. You can see it's loading. I'll pause this video until I'm having internet issue because of the weather currently. So okay, is almost ready. As you can see, I'll pause this video until it's loaded. Okay, you go ahead and go to github.com. Then if you don't have an account, you can go ahead and sign up. And if you have an account, you can sign in. You can see GitHub build and ship software on a single collaborative platform. It's easy and it's an open source. You can see it's an open source. So right now, right here, I already have an account. With them. This is my account. I already have an account. So once you are done creating an account, you go search for new repository and click on it. And you go and you create an account. Let's say new repository. You can see, and it's checking. It's not available for me to use. Then one thing I want to show you now here is shows visibility, who will be able to see this project you want to create. For right now is public, and it's right now is the default is public, and I can change to private whenever I wish. So if you change, now it's public, everyone can see it, even friends, family outside of GitHub can see it. If they have an account or they don't have an account, can see it. Then the private, you alone can be able to see it, and the people that you have already give access to this repository will be able to see it. For this tutorial, I'll be making it public so that everybody can see. I click create repository to create a repository, and you can see if you want to add a collaborator, that means somebody to have access to this repository can make changes into this repository. You will click on invite collaborator, and the person must be on GitHub as well. So now here we already have an existing repository, so we want to push our code, want to push this our local working directory on our system into GitHub so that it will be saved there for later retrieval. So go ahead and you can see or push an existing repository because we'll go with this second method because we already have Git. So we already have Git, so we'll be copying this URL and then go around run git remote add origin, then we'll copy our URL and click enter to add an origin. So if we click git remote to see our origin, you can see origin, then we can see also say git remote -v to see, you can see the remote we are in, which is this we copied. We've already added our remote into this repository. We have already connected it. We are now left to push it into GitHub for save. So now we'll go ahead and run according to what Git gave us. So I'll go ahead because now we have already added it. We can go ahead and run git push origin. For first, let's see the name of our branch. Say git branch. This git branch is to know the branch we are in so that we can know the branch we are pushing to. So if I run enter, you can see we will get the name of the branch immediately. You can see we are on branch master. So another way we can change it, we can run git branch -u. That means we want to rename this our branch master. Want to rename to main. You can see to main. Okay, sorry, let's go ahead and confirm -m big M, say git branch capital M to rename the main. You can see this main is the new one we want to create. Say git push. Now we have already renamed it. Let's go ahead and confirm git branch. You can see main. We have succeeded in renaming our branch git master to main. So let's go ahead and check the status. If okay, there is something changes, you go ahead and run git add everything. Go ahead and git commit dash m modified. I'm just putting modified and git status. As you can see, then for we to see our log, in order for we to see our log inside of this project, all our commits, we run git log. You can see all our commits. They will be displayed here for we to see. You can see all our commits. This is our recent commit. This was the first commit. And in order to quit, you say we run Q. So you tap on Q, sorry to say, not wrong. Tap on Q to exit command. I can go ahead and clear it. Then in order for we to push, remember we already run git remote add origin, then the name of our URL. I've already added it. I've already done this. So and also we have already run git branch dash m and main to change our branch to main. Then let's see the status. The status is clear, nothing to commit, working check clean. So we'll go ahead and run git remote to see our remote. You can see we are in origin. So now we'll go ahead and push our our local repository to GitHub to store it for a later retrieval and later access outside of this computer. So go ahead and run git push origin, which is the name of our remote, git push origin, the remote, and our branch. And in this case, main is our branch. If you can remember, say git push origin main. We are pushing to the branch main. You click on enter, and this you have to take note. This make use of an internet connection, so you have to be connected to an internet or behind a Wi-Fi for this to succeed. So you can see it's using internet connection to push our local repository, our project into GitHub to store it. You can see it says enumerate objects. Look at what it says. Done. Counting objects 100% done. Data compression using up to 4 threads. You can see another bunch of messages. So what's important for we to confirm that it is succeeded in pushing is our remote resolving data, the 100% 2 or 2 done. Then it gave us to repository push, then new branch main and succeeded. So right now we can click on git status to see if there's any other changes. No other changes. So we'll go ahead and go into GitHub to check if it's succeeded in pushing here, which it did, but now we are not seeing our changes. So one way for us to do it is to refresh. Go ahead and refresh the page, and your changes will be there. You can see succeeded in pushing, and here you can see the languages it used, JavaScript and Docker. And I forgot to introduce you. We have a Docker file that does some other magic here, but we are not going to learn about Docker on this course. Later on the channel, we're going to learn about Docker. So I just want to show you to see the files we have 1, 2, 3, 4. the 4 files we have, and you can see we have there 1, 2, 3, 4. Then including the Git in it. You can see the Git in it. You can see the Git in it. Git ignore. And you can see you can go ahead and check and see by clicking on it to see our changes. You can see all our code is here. You can click on Docker file and you will see that our Docker file is here. Then you can see the commit, our last commit modified with 597. You can go ahead and confirm it with the git log to see our recent commit 597. You can see 597. We don't have other ones, so you can go ahead and quit it. I'm glad you can see everything and learn the commands. So now we have succeeded in pushing our project into GitHub for a later retrieval. You can go ahead. You can see our repository. You can go ahead and download the zip file, open with GitHub desktop, and see your code. You can go ahead and also do other things and add a collaborators to it. You can go ahead and add a README file and other things. You can also go ahead and write about the channel, about what this project does. You can go ahead and include it here for understanding purposes. Alright, so now we are going to learn another command which is called the git differ, which stands for the difference. So after we are done pushing to GitHub, so now we just go ahead and make some changes. Let's just say I will add exclamation mark, a lot of exclamation mark. You can see there is a changes, and we save it with Ctrl S to save it. Then I can run git status. You can see it says modified. GitHub keep track. GitHub knows that this something was changed in this file, and GitHub keep track of what was changed, and it knows the exact line that was changed. So let's go ahead and see. Let's assume we are a collaborator on a project and want to check what changes for we to know what and what to do on that file. We go ahead and run git differ, and you can see and run app.js, the file that was changed. So we go ahead and you can see you can see git run git differ app.js. It takes note that this was the file that changed. You can see minus this was the old changes that GitHub keep track of, and this is the current one and the one that was added. You can see the exclamation mark that was added into the change. The gray one means the old one, the old code, and the green one means the newly added code. You can see exit to control Q again to exit, then run clear to clear the terminal. So now another command for we to learn is the git pull command. The git pull command. This is what we need to learn next. We are done with git differ. So for way to do it, we go ahead let me show you how the git pull. We'll go back to our existing project, which is this our project. Go to this our project. And let's just say we'll go into this app, into our app file, and go into our app file. Okay, go into our app file. Hey everyone, I did some little changes. Okay, like the exclamation mark, that we added, I run and I want git add and git push to push it to the GitHub. This is the changes. So for we to learn the git pull command, let's say we are going, go to this app.js file, then click on edit this file. Let's edit the file, and so that we can go ahead and delete back and keep only one exclamation mark, and go ahead and commit the changes on Git, not on our local repository. Go ahead and commit it. You can see this is now our changes. So where this is useful, this git pull, where it's useful is that, let's assume you are working on, you already have other collaborators and you're working on the project. You are a team of members working on a project. Then you as a group A have already pushed to GitHub. Then group B made their own changes and push to GitHub. So you as a group A, you want to make your own changes. You want to continue from where group B stopped. So you go ahead, and when you have the project, the first thing you do, you say git. You check the status of it. Okay, you say nothing work here. So we can see now, after making changes on GitHub itself, not on our local repository. So we have to get your, like I said, after your group B have already made their changes, you as a group A, you want to continue from where they stop. You ask the A group B, did you make any changes? They said yes, they make any changes. So you go ahead and run git pull first. Then we have origin and the name of the branch, just like we did with git push origin main. We do similar something, but with git pull, we pull it from GitHub into our repository and see the changes. You can see our file. Go ahead and click enter. You can see the changes have been added. You can see we have already pulled from GitHub. See enumerating objects. You can see the message on branch main, fetch head. You can see fast forward, and you can see this exclamation mark is gone. Now look exactly like our GitHub, our account, as you can see. So now we can run git status to see if there's anything to be committed on this project. You can see there's nothing. So go ahead, and because we are done with git pull, git pull origin command. Oh, sorry, I'm going to exit it. Clear. So now we are going to learn the last command to make it 10 commands for today. So go ahead and run git branch. This branch is for you to see the branch. We've already talked about it, but I'm going to introduce it again for you to see and understand. So Git branch will tell us the branch we are in. We can have multiple branch. Then Git branch will show us all our branch that we have. But in this working directory, in this file, in this folder, we already have only one branch, which is the main branch, which was the master branch. They will rename it to the main branch. Yeah, right here now, you can see we are done with the Git branch to get our main. So right now we are going ahead. You can see we have already learned about. Let me show you what we have covered so far on this course. You can see we have covered, which is the 10 git command, that I told you I'm going to introduce to you on this video. You can see we've already learned git init, git status, git add file, git commit -n, git remote, git push, git log, git differ, git pull, and git branch. So we are done with the 10 most important and most useful git command you will see on the internet. And this 10 commandments is the command that you'll be using on your day-to-day activities as a software developer or someone using Git and GitHub. So I'm glad we you 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 are in this course. We did our best. I did my best to introduce these 10 commands for you. I'm glad to have you on board. I'm glad to have you on board. And you'll see this command. Hey, congratulations to you. I'm glad to walk you through these 10 commandments. It's not easy, but I want to give you the courage to continue to learn, continue to practice, so that you will be an expert and go ahead and learn more. I can as well create more videos on this on GitHub to show you other commands that you need. And I'm glad to walk you through all these 10 commands that you'll be using. As a beginner, learning these 10 commands will be super helpful in your career. I am Onorode Umukoro, a graduate of computer science, and I'm glad to teach you about tech. Whatever you want to learn, feel free, comment, like, and share. Tell me on the comment section whatever you find hard to learn. Tell me and I will make it easy for you to understand. Anything related to tech, I will be able to guide you through and teach you how it's done. Thank you. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you will get content, you will get videos like this, and you will be the first to be notified whenever I post a new video about tech. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. I'm really helpful if you watch this video to this extent. I really appreciate. Thank you. It's not easy, I know. Thank you. Bye for now.